Let's check out what's new with Stagetimer version 2.23. First feature's already on screen. This is the submit question link, and now you can customize a few things here. We can select a different logo from the Stagetimer branding. We can input a title that we want instead of the default room title. We have option to change the subtitle. We have an option to give the field labels like question and name here, a different label. Even hide the one that says name, so it's just one field, as you can see right now. And so you can customize a little bit this, not endlessly, but in a limited way, customize it so that it works for your audience. And what's really cool, you can just disable accepting new submissions, and then they're closed and people can no longer use this link. The next thing we are looking at is a new feature in the output links customizer. We have been introducing that in the last update, and now you can customize fonts. So you can upload your own typefaces. For example, here the Oh Baby typeface. It will upload it, make it available in the entire output, and you can then go into the individual elements, like here the text element, and choose that font being at the top of the list. And this will work pretty nicely. We save it here and open this output in big screen. And as we do this, you can see that the font will load nicely. And this will enable you to really use your branding or the branding that your client needs for these outputs. The next thing is also in the output, we have two new elements. First of them is the transport control element. In the Stagetimer interface on the left, you always have these transport controls that allow you to start, to stop, to add a minute, add a few seconds as you need it. And I've been oftentimes asked to add this to the viewer link. So you can hand basically somebody a tablet and say, here, start, stop your own timer, but not giving them full control over like every detail of these timers. And this is now possible. So you can add this element to one of the outputs and essentially allow somebody to control the timer without having all the other overwhelming things available. And one thing I want to show here too is that I added some options here for these tweaks, right? You can say, oh, I want to do it by 1 minute steps, I want to do it by 10-second steps, and that's possible. As well as you can say, I do want to show or not show the time, I do want to exclude the progress bar, to have a bit of customization options here, what the person will see that you hand this output to. The next thing we are looking at is the iFrame element. The iFrame element is going to be pretty powerful. Here we are demonstrating it in a very simple way. We're just going to add it and use a Wikipedia page as a sample. But you can think of it as adding something like a YouTube video even, or you can add a H2R graphics lower thirds, or anything really that comes in a website and has live updates. And here we have used the 50% scaling to scale it down a little bit and make it nicely visible. And you can see on the output, this will load properly in our 50% scaling in this case. Next is not so much a new feature, but a reorganization of the interface. We have this new window here called Room Settings, and it unites most of these settings that are often hard to find and people ask us about. That is the time zone, the time of day, the countdown format, the timer behavior, what happens when it reaches 0, and the prefix, meaning what happens after when it goes into overtime. Does it count with 0, with -1, -2, or does it count, which is now the standard, with +1, +2, +3? And what is not shown in this screen recording is that these are the room defaults. So all of your outputs, all of your shareable links, and everything that you see in the interface will have these time formats. But when you edit the individual outputs, you can override these time formats and say, this output has a different time zone, this output has a different time of day format. And the last thing we added here is another overtime behavior. Besides continuing and stopping at 0, you can now hide the timer. If you show your timer to the audience and you don't want there to be this very big red 0 visible, you can just make it disappear at a 0 point and kind of give it a better user experience. So that's it for version 2.23. Thanks for watching. And as usual, if you have suggestions or find any bugs, please contact us. We do read and respond to every email, and it does influence what we prioritize.